Hi everybody, it's Chef Kathryn with Vivacious Daily Dish, and I'm joining you once again today in celebration of the new moon in Gemini. This is a very opportune time for cultivating new habits and new behaviors. We're coming into a next month-long cycle that's really about bringing more luck and vibrance into our lives. There's many different planets that are aligning at this current time. So we're all gonna feel kind of a positive pull to really step into new energies and having a lot of power in the new intentions that we're setting, and also having a beautiful opportunity to take action on those intentions. Gemini is all about an energy of communication as well. So we're being called to speak up and speak out as we're cultivating new things in our lives to really bring an expression of gratitude into this space as well. And so with all of these beautiful intentions in mind, we're going to go on a meditation journey together, and we'll have an opportunity to really do some actual manifesting practice. So as we kind of shed old habits, we are moving away from the past at the moment, so really just kind of releasing and letting go of any stuck behaviors, whether that's procrastination or negative feelings, maybe feeling not ready or not good enough or tired or depleted, whatever those energies might be. We're going to release those, and we're not going to spend too much time in the releasing. So if you feel like you want to reflect and do your own kind of practice around letting go, I encourage you to do that. Feel free to pause this video now, and then once you've kind of had that opportunity and done some practice with the releasing of things, come back and join us once again. So once you kind of feel like, okay, great, I'm aware of that, these are the things that have been released, wonderful. For many of us, we've spent kind of the last moon phase and cycle already doing a lot of that releasing, so there may not be as much of a need to spend a ton of time and energy on that. But if you feel called to, by all means, please do that. And then once you're kind of in the present moment space, right? So we've let go of the things that aren't serving us, and now we have this opportunity to really cultivate newness and to really step into new energy, new expression, and just new habits and behaviors that are going to set us up for a lot of positivity and manifestation, right? So creating the life that we desire as we move forward. So as we go into that space, one of the best practices for creating newness in our lives and kind of shifting ourselves from the current plane into that which we are aiming to create is through visualization, and really putting ourselves in not only the experience of what we're desiring, so having that kind of experience and being embodied and present to that, but also feeling the feelings of what it is to be present in that space as well. So we're going to go on that type of journey, and then we'll close with actually verbalizing some of our gratitudes and just bringing awareness to the things that we have in our current life, in this present moment right now today, that are in alignment and support of that which we're aiming to create. So with those intentions in mind, I invite you to just drop in with me now. So take a few deep breaths, really get present and just connect it to yourself. You can send a cord or a root or a string down from the center of your spine and down through the base of your trunk if you're seated, down through the base of your tailbone into the core of the earth. So really just get present and connected. You can take a couple deep breaths to really just drop in with yourself in this beautiful time and space. And as you drop in, you can just feel yourself, any sort of energy that you're ready to release or that you've already done releasing, you can just feel that cord kind of pulling that into the earth to be recycled, right? So we're taking all of the old, the releasing, the letting go, the things that we've worked through for the last part of this moon cycle, and we're just going to actually completely hand them over to the earth to be recycled and composted to create new life. So we can just let all of that go now. Beautiful. So here we are in the present moment in time. And I invite you now to reflect on something specific that you're desiring in your life. Perhaps you want to cultivate new relationships. Maybe it's a new type of friendship or business partnership or romantic relationship. So that could be your focal point. Or perhaps you are looking to call in whole health. So really releasing any feelings of dis-ease in your body and being wrapped up in the energy of just feeling well and vibrant for all time. Perhaps you are calling in something new in your career or business or your energies and efforts that support abundance in your life. So perhaps that's your focal point. It can be any of these things or something different entirely, but pick something specific. And I want you to start to feel into what it would be like to be in the energetic space of living that vision and that desire right now, today. So I want you to drop in, take yourself, actually feel yourself being transported from this present moment into that future expression of self, that which you are desiring. And as you find yourself there, just start to take in the sights and sounds and smells of the experience, anything that stands out to you. Perhaps if you're calling in a new experience, you might hear people there. Maybe there's people supporting you, maybe they're cheering you on. Or if you're calling in an experience in nature, perhaps you're hearing bird songs and crickets and bees buzzing by, anything like that. If you are calling in something that relates to another person, maybe you starting to hear the sound of their voice. Maybe there's laughter there, or joy, or a lot of love in their speech. But whatever you start to hear, just tune into that energy. And as you start to hear those things, allow the feelings that are associated with those sounds to start to wash over your body. Maybe you'll feel a little bit of shift in being uplifted, or a tingling sensation, or you might feel a smile creep up to the corner of your lips. But just allow yourself to really feel fully the emotions and feelings that are rising up in you as you connect to this space that you're calling in now. And allow yourself also to really feel your body be fully connected in that space. So maybe you're standing at a podium, or you are relaxing, resting in a beautiful meadow. You can feel grass blades touching your skin, or maybe you're cozied up in a nice blanket on a couch, or maybe you're somewhere exotic. Maybe you're calling in a beautiful trip or vacation, or just opportunity to rest and relax. So maybe you can feel your feet in the sand and the salt water lapping at your feet. Whatever you're calling in, just allow yourself to be fully embodied there again. Just really feel into how it feels to be present there. If you have any sensation of nervousness that comes up, like, oh my gosh, I've never done this before, just allow yourself to smile into that and feel also that same energy of excitement, because this is something new. You're ready for it. Everything's lining up for you to be in support of this new endeavor, and everything's working in your favor. And how wonderful that feels to be able to lean in, to trust that all is conspiring with you now to make this dream a reality. So just allow yourself to be present, tune into any other sensations or feelings, anything that comes up for you as you're picturing yourself fully embodied and connected to this future version of self, to the future desire. And as you start to tune in even deeper to those feelings, just allow yourself to celebrate, right? The joy that comes with having accomplished a dream, right? The excitement of being in that space, the, oh my goodness, this is what I've been wishing for, and here I am now. How wonderful that is. And maybe even throw your hands up in the air as you sit here with me, like, hooray, I'm here, this feels so good. What wonder and bliss and magic to be able to have this experience and be connected to this dream that I've had, that I've been cultivating. How beautiful, and what a beautiful journey it's been to have arrived at this place and It's always fun to look back and see all the different people and paths and journey and opportunities and just things that have shown up on that path to get you where you are in living and being fully in that dream that you're cultivating, right? So sometimes we don't always see how things are falling into place for us, but once we've kind of hit our destination, we can look back on that roadmap and think, wow, everything was working in my favor, even when I couldn't see it every step of the way. And how beautiful is that? And just having that wonderful reminder of the way that life shows up to support us with our dreams. And the more that we can allow that support to flow, the easier that journey becomes, and the more that we can be reflecting in joy every step along that journey. So that feels good. I hope it feels good for you too. Just really celebrating and appreciating the path and leaning into that trust. And as you're in that energy of celebration and joy, I invite you to reflect back now on the present moment in time, right? So back from the future where this desire is fully manifest. You can feel it now, right? You've been in that space. You know what it feels like. But I want you to think about your life today. And let's see if we can come up with at least 3, if not 5, between 3 and 5 things that we are grateful for, that are aligned in some way with the energies of that which you're being called to create at this time as well. So just feel into that. Think about 5 things, 3 to 5 things in your life right now, today, in this moment, that are really in tune with what you're being called to create. And they can be little things or big things. Something like, oh, I'm so grateful for the abundance in my life, for having the resources at my disposal to get to put those tools together to embark on a new journey. Or maybe it's, I'm so grateful for the person that I met today that reminds me of the feeling of the way that I want to feel when I have that new relationship that I'm calling in. Or maybe it's, I am so grateful for the happy little butterfly that floated by today that was a messenger from this future space where I'm more deeply connected to nature. So just reflect, think about your own gratitudes, and as you come to recognize and understand those 3 to 5 things, I invite you to actually speak them out loud. So, there's power in the things that we say to ourselves. Of course, our thoughts often drive the way that we experience reality, but there's also power in using our voice. And with this Gemini energy and the strength and communication that we are being called to step into right now, it's just a really nice thing to solidify and to strengthen and bolster the energy of those gratitudes when we speak them out loud. So take all the time you need to come into tune and sync with your gratitudes, and then speak them out loud. And as you do that, I'll just be here breathing with you, breathing deep, and then we can reconvene. So again, I am grateful for, and then just fill in the blank with a handful of things that come up for you. Beautiful. That energy of gratitude is so powerful. It really creates a space where energy can flow. So when we're sitting there in joy and gratitude, we're in a very magnetizing and positive perspective. And from that positive perspective, we are calling in all the support and resources for more of that to be part of our reality and experience. So that's a beautiful practice. And it feels so good. So I invite us now to just close this guided visualization / meditation. We can really come back into our bodies, carrying the energy of that future desire that we've been calling in back to ourselves, back to the present moment. Remember how that feels aim to be fully embodied in that feeling right now, today. How can we live more in alignment with how we might feel with our dreams as part of our reality, but feeling that same energy as we go through our lives today? And what can we focus on in our current lives that reminds us of that energy and brings us back to that space? Beautiful. So as you come back into your body, just allow yourself to be grounded and present once more. You can take a few more deep breaths if you feel inspired. And once you're complete with that, feel free to open your eyes. Well, what a beautiful journey it's been. And this guided visualization is a powerful tool that can be done every single day. And in fact, one of the greatest things that I've seen is that in really bringing myself into the feeling and energy and sights and sounds and even body expressions of those things that I'm being called to create or that I'm aiming to create in my life helps me to stay connected to them. And it helps us to start to see all of the ways that life is working in our favor to make those dreams a reality right now, today. There's so many moving parts and things happening that are making it possible for those dreams to become a reality. But sometimes if we're only focused on that big picture, we can miss those little nods and nudges and magical happenings that are all part of the journey to get us there. But if we can connect and drop in and even spend, a couple minutes, 5 minutes each day, just really connecting to that vision and being present as if that vision were alive and real and tangible for us in the present moment, right now, today, it can really help to remind us and just to help us see all of those amazing, wonderful things that are happening in our lives to move us in that direction. So I hope you find this new moon period over the next 2 weeks and actually even into a full month cycle to be really powerful for you. I hope you continue to spend time reflecting in gratitude each day for all of the abundance and beauty and love that's in your life currently, because there's so much of it. And as you start to dream into what you're being called to create at this time, I hope you'll continue to feel the energy of that and to celebrate your successes along the way and just to enjoy a beautiful journey of potentially even creating a big new thing over the next month. So thanks for joining me. This is Kathryn Rogers with Vivacious Daily Dish, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.